And the bad news is, I think the Brett May and the Shadow Boxer fight is looking like it's actually going to happen. I 100% genuinely do believe it. And I know I've said that about fights in the past, but this one seems to be a little bit different. So you've got Shadow Boxler with his new little moustache after the Australian painter, sort of. I think that's the look he's going for. It's a good look, don't get me wrong. I think it looks good on him anyway. I couldn't pull it off because I've got a very ginger moustache, but he looks quality anyway. And he's looking in really good shape at the minute. He genuinely really is. He's doing a lot of work on the bags. He's training a hell of a lot. And he's putting out footage more or less every day of his training. He did fall off the wagon a little bit and have a few jars. His diet doesn't seem to be too spot on point. But at the same time, he wants to fight at heavyweight. And he's not particularly heavyweight. He's only about 16 stone, he said. So he's got a lot more shadow burgers that he could eat before he needs to be really thinking about losing a bit, to be fair. He can put on as much weight as he wants. And the fact that Brett May is going to be coming in weighing 20 stone or whatever, and probably unfit, to be fair, I think that Shadow can, if as long as he's training the way he is, it's all home cooked food. I know it's not good food, but it's all homemade food. So he's getting protein out of the actual minced beef. It's not like he's eating fucking shitty McDonald's processed and this and that. Do you know what I mean? He's actually making it at home. So yeah, and he's looking good. He's framed up. He's shaped up. I've been saying this for ages. JDP bought a video about earlier, and I know JDP and Shadowbox hate each other. Really, really do not like each other. But even JDP saying, "Well, Shadow's looking decent." But I've been saying this all along. Shadow is a big, strong bloke who trained. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to box. He knows how to fight. He claims to have done wrestling. I don't see why he would lie, because everything else is there. And we go back and we look at his fights. Right, so you've got Andy Goy. Listen, I've got respect for Andy Goy. Of course, he's a fighting man, but he's no top-level fighting man, is he? But if you watch Shadow's performance against Andy Goy, it's a really, really lovely, well-timed 1-2 that puts him down. It's not like he's just running, windmilling and belly flopped him to the floor and Andy Goy's just tucked up and saved himself, is it? It's a really, really nice in-out 1-2 straight shot. And if you watch the way Shadow does throw his shots when he's hitting the bag, once he sort of obviously hadn't been hitting the bag for a while, once he got used to it, and he throws them correctly, he throws them with a lot of zap, a lot of twist, a lot of rotation, and he gets his whole body weight through him, and that's all you can hope. Listen, with someone like Brett May comes bulldozing into you, trying to just flatten you like this, all you need to be able to do is go dink, dink, drop to the body, tie him up on the inside. You're not really going to be able to tie him up because the size of the toe, but lean on his chest, make yourself a small target when you're in there. I can't. Do you know what? I genuinely, listen, I could be wrong. Because Brett could just be so big and so strong that he just flattens him. But I genuinely think it's going to be easy work for Shadow. And I don't know whether that's just me wishful thinking, but I just can't see. Brett, listen, we've got all the sparring footages out there, all his fighting footages out there. Brett May can't fight. He doesn't know how to. I'm sorry. He's probably in a street fight. He can fucking pick you up and slam you to the floor. But you can't do that in a boxing ring. They're having a boxing match. It's not even like they're having a bare knuckle fight where Brett's got a little more potential to actually win. But even then, although Rob Cunningham was about the same size as him, it's all these wide leaping hooks. Now, if you've got accurate straight shots and someone tries throwing a massive wide leaping hook at you, just time them in, bang. You just got to not be scared of what's coming back at you. That's the thing. You got to wait for the right moment, wait for them to spring, time the shot, and just hit them down the pipe. Someone with good timing, and we've seen Shadow Boxer have good timing against big blokes before. I think Andy Goy's got to be a heavyweight, although he's quite short. We've seen Shadow Boxer have good timing before, so I don't see why it's a surprise. Now, I've been saying this all along. Shadow knows what he's doing. I've saying this for fucking ages. He knows what he's doing. I don't think he's an elite level fighter. Of course I don't. But he's trained and he's been in there and he knows what it's like. Although Brett's been in there and he knows what it's like. But at the same time, Well, I don't know. Brett's boxing matches are very, very poor, and Brett's not shown his face for about 5 days, and that's very, very peculiar for him. I do wonder what he's been up to. I wonder if he's just Shadowbox was right on the piss last night, was it, or the night before with Mickey, drunk about 10 Guinnesses, and then he's got a message from Dougie in the morning saying, Brett is really training, he is really taking it seriously. So is he though? Is he just sending the old footage that he put out a month ago that was 6 month, 8 month, 9 month, 10 month old? Like, you just don't know, do you? Has he been hitting the bag like Shadow's been hitting it, or has he been hitting the bag of... I don't know. Why is he not putting his face on camera? Listen, the thing is, so if you've spent a lot of time training in fighting, just in boxing, in the gym, whatever, I don't know about jiu-jitsu, but any sort of striking, Muay Thai, kickboxing, any sort of boxing, whatever, any sort of striking, you could have a long break off. And if you were at a decent level, it won't take you very long to get your muscle memory back. And you can see physically with Shadow's muscle memory, the abs are back. His shoulders are looking big. He's got big forearms. His arms are looking big straight away. He's shaping up straight away, and his diet isn't particularly good. And that's just from training, from having the muscle memory. And with that, you get the muscle memory of your hips. You get the muscle memory of putting your weight through the shots. You get your muscle. It's not something that you just forget. Do you know what I mean? It comes, or if you feel like you're not as sharp as you are, it's quite easy to get sharp again. It's not something that takes ages and ages, but Brett's never done any proper training. You can clearly see that. And he's so far off being in shape. Shadowbox is obviously a little bit overweight, but he's a big bloke, whereas Brett's a big bloke as well, but he's massively overweight. Massively. This isn't even a dig. This isn't even me horror, it's just the truth. And he thinks being big is good. Being that big is good. If he's 6'3", he's obviously a heavy set bloke, but he's probably about 5 stone overweight, in all honesty. No, maybe not. 3 stone overweight, 21 stone, 18 stone, 3 or 4 stone overweight. And that's a lot. That's a fucking hell of a lot. And there's nothing that he could do in the next month that will get him to the level that Shadowboxer is at. Do you know what I mean? Like, just judging from what we can see. The technique-wise, based off what we've seen of Brett and what we've seen of Shadow, there's nothing in the next, well, it's not even a month now, is it? It's like 2 weeks. There's nothing in the next 2 weeks, or the 2 weeks previous, that Brett can do to get him to that level. 0. The only hope that he's got is that he overpowers Shadow, and if he hasn't been training, and he hasn't been putting the hard work in, and he'd have to put a hell of a lot of hard work in, even 4 weeks just isn't really enough. But Shadow's got the basis that he's got something to work off, whereas I just don't see, I might be wrong, but I just don't see Brett has, and I just think that he's got a rude awakening, I really, really do. And also Shadow likes being the centre of attention, he likes the crowd, he plays off it, he likes being the bad guy, doesn't he? He wants everyone to, he thinks it's funny, so he's going to come out to a stupid song, he loves being the centre of attention, we see it in the Bad to the Bone, he's going to be singing and dancing with his stupid Uncle A moustache, and he's going to be lapping it up. And Brett Brett strikes me as a very nervous person. You can see from that Terry Stone podcast with all the like the fake laugh, like looking at Terry, like waiting for a reaction, a bit of validation. It's just how it's just a troubled and anxious person, and I just think the occasion could really, really get the better of Brett, because not that it's a massive place, but there's going to be a good couple of thousand people there, and Shadow's going to love it and lap it up, and Brett's going to be well on the spot, and Brett knows if he loses here, he is finished. He's finished. Shadow's got nothing to lose. He's a troll. He's here for a laugh. It's like, even if he gets beat up, everyone will just terrorise him, and he'll just carry on saying he's going to be the best fighter in the world. He doesn't care. Do you know what I mean? So if he wins, he's then fucking massively within the 3D Fight Club. He'll get good fights. He'll get paid well, because I think he's selling pretty good tickets as it is. And then you've got Brett, who, if he loses, he is done, finished. He's picked Shadowboxer thinking he's got an easy fight, and I really, really think he's picked the wrong fella. I just can see it. I really, really can. But yeah, so what else did I want to talk about? So, I spoke to Danny Christie about the me versus Danny Christie spar, and he's back from Miami. The reason why it's been a little bit later than it was because he was all jet setting all around the world, and he's just been back from Miami for Gary Fox's fight out there. And I think I'm going to go out there next week. So it's looking like it's going to be next week. I'll once I get 100% date confirmed what works for him and works for me, I'll let you know. We're going to film the sparring, do a bit of content. I might even go out there with my missus, get a couple of days away because it's my birthday next week. I want to go to the BKFC though, so I don't know whether maybe I'll go to Carlisle for like the 25th and then go to the Manchester for the 27th. I don't know. I'll plan it around anyway. But yeah, next week. Anyways, boys, let me know what you think about the shadow boxer Brett May fight. How do you lot think it's going to go? Because I'm really, really intrigued and seeing what's going on, and Brett not really showing much, because you know that when Brett's got something to show, he shows it. He's not one to keep his cards to his chest. He's not really got many cards anyway, but yeah, you know what I mean. There's one card to his chest, so I just don't think he's doing very much. I really, really don't. And if he is, he's training in the wrong way, because he seems to think going running, walking, jogging, lifting weights, swimming, boxing, and fucking whatever else he does all in the same day, and playing a basketball game and a football match is the right way to train. He thinks that training 8 times a day is that, and he genuinely believes that because he says it so often when he wants to trick people into thinking he's in a fight camp. That's what he says. But anyone who's got half a brain knows that you can't train that way. You'll do cardio in the morning and technique in the afternoon, or you'll do a day of intense weights and then you'll rest in the evening, or you'll do a long jog in the morning and then a boxing session in the evening. You can't train non-stop like that. No one in the world does. The Olympic team doesn't do that. Do you know what I mean? So people who actually know about how you're supposed to train to come up for a fight, they hear what Brett says about training 8 times a day, and you just think, pull the other one, mate. It's not possible, especially not when you're fucking 22 stone, 5 stone overweight. Anyway, boys, yeah, let me know how you think it's going to go. I just think Shadow Boxer's going to fucking shock Brett differently. And we know that Brett's not going to, we think that Brett's not going to back out because of the whole Dougie Joyce connection, and Brett's just fucking put himself in a situation now where if he does back out, he's done, and he'll have Dougie Joyce on his back, who's someone who everyone seems to be scared of because of his family background, and obviously Dougie's obviously a tough geezer, and then he's finished online, and he'll never make another video again. He's fucked it. He's fucked. Right, anyway, boys, thanks for watching. Adios, le bosh.